So, welcome to NANOG. My name is Edward McNair. I'm the Executive Director of NANOG. First of all, the question I have is, how many in this room, because I see a lot of faces I recognize, how many in this room are actually newcomers? Raise your hands. So you're first time at a NANOG meeting. Okay, everyone give them a round of applause for the people who are newcomers. So oddly enough, we averaged that approximately a third of our attendees at each NANOG meeting are newcomers. And so for the rest of you who are part of the faithful, part of the community, I want to make sure that you guys identify a newcomer and that you hold on tight and make sure that they want to come back to another NANOG again. All right? Can you guys promise me that? All right, thank you. So let me get started. For you newcomers here, I want to give you a little bit kind of an overview of the organization, how it works, and so that you can get the most of your experience from this NANOG event. We'll go over here. So first of all, what is NANOG? We are a community-driven organization. Our roots go back to 1987 when Merit Networks was kind of challenged with reimagining and re-engineering the NSF net. Our original charter as a kind of a functioning organization with the name NANOG was in 1994. In 2011, the NANOG community voted to separate themselves from the Merit Network and form its own organization so it could better serve the community at large. NANOG is the first and is still the largest network operators group. So what does NANOG do? Well, we do conferences that showcase the innovative educational content that aims to drive solutions for the network operators community. We mentor the next generation of network professionals, and we empower those supporting internet access in underserved regions across North America. We actively encourage diversity, inclusion, and collaboration within our community. So what does our community look like? Well, we have 13,000 plus industry professionals that kind of make up NANOG. We have on average, this is prior to the pandemic, about 1,000 people that attend our conferences. This particular conferences, we're just looking north of 900 people who are attending this particular conference. We have on average 200 plus newcomers or first-time attendees. I think at this meeting we're well in the high 200s of people who have never been to a NANOG event before. And we represent people from 20 plus countries from around the globe. So network operators groups, what are they? So what is a NOG? They're community organizations that are committed to supporting their local and regional internet professionals. They're guided by the principle of an open exchange of information and expertise. They are formed by network operators, engineers, and other experts within the internet community. They focus on improving the quality and availability of internet within their particular regions. So what's special about a NOG? Well, first and foremost, they are driven by individuals and not by corporations. Corporations do not exercise or push the direction of NANOG. It is formed by individuals within the community. They're educational, technical presentations that are available to all. When this conference is over, all the talks that take place, they'll be sliced up and they'll be placed up on YouTube for access. In fact, on our YouTube channel, we have over 19,000 subscribers to our YouTube channel, and we have over 2.4 million views. So all this content that we're creating and putting together is available to the public, and you can share it with your coworkers and friends. So they're also local. They focus on the needs within their particular communities, and they're neutral. We are non-commercial and we are non-political. We are sponsored by corporations, but again, corporations do not drive the direction of NANOG, individuals do. In fact, in being a member, you can only be a member as an individual and not as a corporation. So how can you benefit from a NOG? You can learn current best practices from experienced industry professionals. You can obtain knowledge and training on the latest industry technologies, discuss current issues and challenges facing within our particular community. You can form strategic business relationships. Even though we are an educational nonprofit, NANOG has been historically a great environment to do business. And we try to help support that within our members, because some people come here and oddly enough, they don't even get to actually sit in the conference room and watch the presentations. They'll catch them later on YouTube. They're here because it creates a good business climate as well. And also there's an opportunity to form critical peering relationships. We have a peering, peering forum later on. I think it's today. And you'll be able to participate in that if you wish. Okay, some resources in NANOG that you should know about. We have our mailing list. Our mailing list goes back into the the late 1990s. And there you can find an archive of questions and answers and posting on there. We currently have over 13,000 people who are subscribed to our mailing lists. Again, on our YouTube channel, you can see our presentations that take place in the conferences. Also, the NANOG staff, we generate content as well. We have an Internet Innovators series, which is a new thing that we're pushing out. In fact, in this particular event at 5 today, of those who are interested in going to peering, we'll be premiering a new video that will come out focusing on Newcomers, who is considered to be the father of the internet within the African continent. We have our outreach initiatives, and you can find that in the pages. For outreach, NANOG has largely been kind of focused within itself. We're trying to expand our reach. We're trying to go out and to share I guess the good news about NANOG expanded spaces, and our outreach is a part of those efforts. And then you can see articles and stories that we create and that we produce about people in our community, and also latest things happening within our community. So here's some facts. You know, some of you may be newer to the industry, and we have some students which are as well. Currently, there's about 380,000 people employed in the field of network operations. Currently, on Indeed.com, the last time I looked, there's about 30,000 plus job openings that were available, unfilled. And it will increase by about 19,000 plus each year. And we compete with an industry of over 700,000 open tech jobs. So, NANOG Governance. NANOG is, we have 8 board of directors, and they determine the strategy and the direction of our organization. This is our current list of board of directors. As the executive director, I also serve on the board as well. This is the NANOG staff. We have an incredible team of 8 people who do a lot of work to make sure that you have the best experiences possible at these conferences, and also support our outreach efforts. In addition, provide and create content and things that exist beyond just meetings themselves. So, committees. NANOG has committees that support our organization. These committees are staffed by NANOG volunteers. I'll talk about being part of these committees later on. To be part of the committee, to become a member, and I'd always encourage you guys to become a member, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. We have a program committee, which is our standing committee, elections committee, audit, compensation, mentorship, education, scholarship, and outreach. So, getting involved in a broader scale. Well, the first thing to be involved in NANOG and to kind of shift the direction of the organization, you need to become a member. Membership is simple, $100 a year, and it is an opportunity to not only support our organization, but also financially, but also to help shift the direction of where NANOG is going. So the ways you can get involved, one, by being a member, is voting. This is our election cycle. So at this event, you're going to be hearing candidate speeches for those who will be running for the board. You can also mentor. We have a new mentorship program, and we're looking for people to participate in that to help drive and support the next generation of network engineers. You can teach. Teaching in multiple ways, do presentation or teaching by helping. We have a new education program. If you are a veteran and you've got a particular area of expertise that you'd like to share with the world that you think might form an interesting course, we'd be interested in having you submit a proposal for developing a course. At this particular NANOG, yesterday we had the pleasure of having Eddie Winstead teach a class on DNS fundamentals. And if you missed that, well, hopefully we'll cycle around again for the next time you're at a NANOG event. You can present, share your knowledge and expertise with others, evaluate. Our program committee focuses on evaluating talks and curating it so that we make sure that our content is relevant to our community. And you can sponsor. We are a nonprofit organization. We exist upon the support and good nature of our community, of our sponsors, and any support that you can give us to help this organization to continue to thrive and grow would be greatly appreciated. So our program committee. The NANOG Program Committee is at the very heart of NANOG, our organization. I've said to my staff that if we had an incredible program, it could be held out in an open field and people would attend. Yes, the bacon is nice and all the accoutrements are wonderful, but people are here for the connection and for the community. And our program committee, again, is at the heart of that. It's made up of industry professionals, and the PC is selected by the board. Once the PC is selected, it forms its own governing structure. The PC operates independently from the board of directors, and it focuses on making sure that the talks are of the highest quality. So our program committee, this is kind of how the cycle of that program committee and how it operates and functions. We do what we call a rolling call for submissions. So you can submit for NANOG 88 if you want to. The earlier you submit, the better the opportunity of your talk getting through the PC. The focus for the PC is they want to help you get your talks in and get your presentations where they need to be. If you're new to the process, submit early. Your shepherd will be assigned to you, and that shepherd will help you curate your talk and to bring it to a point where it is, something that's presentable to our community. So, program committee updates. To better serve our community, the PC is divided into some subcategories. Keynote speakers. There's a group of subcommittee that's focused on making sure that we have great keynote speakers for our events. Lightning talks, tutorials and tracks, and also the hackathon program. We had a hackathon that took place this weekend. It kind of started a little earlier last week, but if you ever get a chance to participate in our hackathon, you can do that. And also you can participate in the hackathon remotely. You don't have to actually be at a physical NANOG event to participate in our hackathon. Outreach. So outreach is one of those things which is kind of dear to me. I think that for NANOG as an organization to continue to thrive and grow, you have to focus on evangelism to some degree. Any organization that continues over a long period of time has efforts that are going out to ensure that they're bringing in fresh people, that they're expanding their organization, and that's kind of what outreach is about. This focuses on supporting our educational mission. We do outreach to colleges and universities. We also are willing to work with local affiliate NOGs, and we're also partnering up with other organizations to be able to service the needs of those people within North America. So what is our focus? Industry education for networking professionals, education and career development for college and graduate students, and training for underserved regions throughout North America. Our college programs. So we have a few college programs that focus on supporting and kind of encouraging the next generation. We have our scholarship, and this is this year's winners of our scholarships. We also have an NCI program. At NANOG 84, we had 4 students from Ball State. NANOG 85, we had 3 students from Howard. And at NANOG 86, we have 5 students from Boulder. Are any of those Boulder students in the room? All right, so when you guys get a chance, you got to go by and say hi to the Boulder students. NANOG University. NANOG University is a program where, again, we're focusing on going out to universities and other areas to get to support students. Our topics range from DNS to network optimization. They're presented by by industry professionals. It's a great opportunity for students to be exposed to things beyond the theory that they are experiencing in the classroom environment. So our original tool was in 2019. We went to University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, Purdue State, and Ball State University. We had to skip a few years because of the pandemic. And this fall we had our second university tour. In this case, we were hosted by the city of Montgomery. And we were joined with ICANN, Aaron, and also our outreach partners. We have sponsors and we have corporations within the NANOG NANOG community, that this is near and dear to them. And they support us not only financially, but they support us by having individuals within their company support and give talks at these events. So new programs for 2022 for NANOG. Our educational program, again, the fruit of that was Eddie Winstead teaching a DNS class yesterday. We're trying to focus on vendor neutral courses developed and taught by internet professionals, courses that are vetted by a education committee to ensure that they're of the highest quality for our community, and courses are designed to aid students, junior engineers, and career professionals to advance their skills in a competitive marketplace. A mentorship program. Right now we've launched a new mentorship program. We've actually put out a call for volunteers to be mentors, and also a call for those who are interested in mentorship themselves. The mentor, we have a mentorship committee that's kind of helping facilitate all that. Is anyone here part of our mentors or a mentorship committee? Okay, we've got 2 people in the room. I'm on it too, so that makes 3 of us. Again, new program, expanding, and if you're interested in that, just reach out to me, or yes, reach out to me, or go to our website. There's a form where you can kind of sign up and become part of that program. OMSBuds. So our NANOG OMSBuds in the room. Could you please stand up for me real quick? There you go. So in an effort to push out and to make sure that we are kind of, putting our money where our mouth is, diversity and inclusion is very, very important to this organization. It's one thing to say it, it's another thing to have programs in place that support it. The NANOG OMSBuds are part of that program. If you find yourself in a situation where you're not being, you think, treated fairly, or if someone is, you feel uncomfortable in any kind of way, you reach out to the NANOG OMSBud. This is how you can reach them. It's a process set up where they are the front line in defense and managing these things. They're trained professionals, and they're here to make sure that your experience at NANOG is a very safe one and an enjoyable one. All right, thank you. So, do you guys have any questions for me as Executive Director about the organization? Anything at all? You can just pop up your hand and ask. If not, one thing I want to ask is, anyone here on the program committee or on any committees within NANOG, could you stand up just for a second, the people who are on committees? These individuals here are people who support our organization by volunteering their time and going above and beyond. So if you get a chance, thank them, ask them a bunch of questions. They're a great bunch of people, and I have the pleasure of working with them all. So that's it. Enjoy your breakfast and enjoy the conference.